Because of the position that you find yourself, there is a light, a way that he is showing. But because of where you are standing and the position and perception that you have, you are not seeing the answer. Because of that, you are going around in circles thinking that the answer is supposed to come from somewhere. But our experiences, our interactions, our environments, the exposures that we've had as individuals growing up to this point informs us how we react and how we perceive things. And that is where the answer is. Because there are times that we are asking God for certain things, but the answer is about you working on yourself. It's not about the answer coming from somewhere else. It's about you as an individual working on yourself. Because the soul is made up of emotions, thoughts, and thoughts, emotions, and will. Now, the environment that we live in, where we grow up, the whole thing about nurture versus nature, plays a big role in how we interact with one another and how we perceive things. Now, shall we read? There we go. Judges chapter 6, verse 7, going down. This is about Gideon. Can you give up to 10 on there for me? So from 7 to 10, if it's possible. Thank you. So the Lord was saying to the Israelites, because they were being killed all over, and there was a lot of war going on, and the Lord was saying, and they cried out. After a while, they realized that, at this point, we need to cry out to the Lord. Many a times we wait until there is no other way out before we cry out to the Lord. Whereas he should have been the first place we went to in the first. We will complain to everybody and everything. We will try even every way. Even the ways that we know as a child of God is not right. We will still try that way just to get an answer. And then when all that fails, then we decide to go to God. In Ghana, in the account language, they usually say this. You go, let me say it in English, and then those who speak the account language can translate it. You go into the forest and you catch a bird, you've taken all the feathers off it, and then you brought it and come and present it to me and ask me, which bird is this? That's exactly what we do. We go and actually force something that is not the will of God, the way of God, to fit into the answer that we want. And then as we are going along and it's not working, then we are like, God, but why? But the thing is this, it's about you. It's about you because you have gone ahead of God. And the experiences that you've had, the hurts that you've had in the past, the trauma that you had in the past, the disappointments that you've had in the past, the failed relationship that you've had in the past, all that informs you on how to react to every news, every interaction that you have. Think about it. Every day that you go, for example, even if I'm passing by right now and I say hi, how many things flow through your head just because I said hi? And then imagine that I pass by and I do not say hi. Now, how many things go through your head? What do you think? Oh, is she okay? Actually, did she not see me? Wait, are we fighting? No? What's going on? All these questions. But what is causing those questions to come about? Your thoughts, your emotions, and your will. That is what every experience we have is imprinted upon our soul. And that affects everything that we do. Honestly, some of us, we are never pleased. Think about it. Some of us, we are never pleased. No matter what someone does, we always think there is a better way to do it. The question is, what is stemming that way of thinking? I'm not saying that the way we are thinking may be wrong, but what I'm asking is this: what is the driving force that is causing you to not be content or to be dissatisfied with every effort that somebody does to you or shows to you? What is it? What is it? And some of us, we are very defensive. As soon as someone says something, you've already prepared answers. I mean, like quadruple answers to one question that the person has already asked. And sometimes the interaction is so intense that the person does not even want to engage anymore after just asking one question. Because you've already given 13 answers to just one question that the person has asked. And the question is, why are you so defensive? What has caused you to become so defensive? They lost their way. The Israelites lost their way. And the Lord was reminding them of what He has done for them in the past. And whilst they were actually lamenting, God was also finding someone to help them out. That's why I'm saying that many a times we ask for things, but then we have an expectation of what it should look like. When the angel approached Gideon, shall we please go further down? So 11, the angel of the Lord came and sat under, appeared to Gideon, and he said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." And what was Gideon's answer? "Pardon me, my Lord." Gideon replied, "But if the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us?" That is what the thing is. We have forgotten the things we've done wrong, the paths that we've taken that the Lord did not give unto us, the square hole that we try to squeeze something round into by force for it to fit, the way we try to find answers because we are going through some seasons and some situations and some sicknesses that we do not understand. We cannot even perceive for once that there is another way out or that God will even bring an answer because our life has informed us that, people always disappoint. I will go so far except when I actually see the person will say, "Yes, I will help you," but when you get there, they do not come true. I pray. It goes well for a season and then it comes back down. So I already know that it's going to come back down. What is causing you to have that perception? Because I always say this, God is only limited by the limitations you put on God. Our God is only limited by what you tell him that he cannot do. It's not that he cannot do it. You are the one saying to him that I do not give you permission to go into this area of my life. But for some reason you are thinking, why? All your whys and all the doubts and all the trying to force an answer to come through when the Lord is saying wait, trying to find a way when the Lord is saying hold on, when the Lord is saying no, yet you are insisting. All that. The thing is this, there is a way, even the word says that there is a way that seems perfect, but it leads to distraction. It may seem that this is the perfect answer to your problem, but have you asked the Lord about it? Some of us, we are the cause of our own predicaments. Because we did not ask God, we saw it and we took it, was like, okay, this sounds good. Yes, I'll go with this. At no point did we ask God. That wife you went and married, you know for a fact that you did not fast and pray about it. You just saw her legs and it's like, ooh, like her. And then you went for her. And then later on, you actually are having problems in your marriage and it's like, God, the wife that you gave me. At what point did you ask God? You've already chosen before you came to the house of God to decide that let's go for counseling. If you did not choose, would you come for counseling? No. If you did not choose, the pastor will not actually say, let's bless it. So you are making decisions consciously and unconsciously, and yet you are labeling it God. Why? It has nothing to do with God. It has everything to do with you. It has everything to do with you. And he asks, why did this happen? And then he says to them, he's reminding them that, you know what? I brought you out. I gave you instructions. Some of us, we've been given a direction and a word that we're supposed to run with. But we took that word, we wrote it down, yes, perfectly, and then we closed the book and it was like, for some reason, that word is supposed to jump through the book and actually manifest itself without us doing anything with it, without us engaging with it, without us actually putting the effort in. While someone is actually awake studying, someone is awake praying, some of us are asleep. And yet when God blesses that person or the person goes to a certain level, I don't understand. Why did that person get that? Why? Why not me? The question is this: why are you feeling that way? What is causing you to feel that particular way? Shall we go down? The Lord, he said to the Lord that, oh, you've abandoned us, we don't know what we have done and all that. And then he's like, you know what, I want you to go. I want you to go, and I want you to go and save these people. Now, he is saying to the angel that, oh, I heard you, but guess what? My tribe is the least of the least. When you are calling people, we are not even counted. You may be saying that, you know what, where I came from, the household I came from, the only vehicle that we've seen so far is a bicycle. So because of that, you have actually settled that, oh, if I want to drive, hey, what is that analogy that they say? Fearful. The household people will not let me pass. Honestly, we have certain mindsets. The thing is, what is causing us to have those mindsets? Why do we have those mindsets? And as our elder said last week, if I am a child of God, and I know that I have been given authority, and I know I walk in dominion, and I take something that belongs to me, I pray over it, and I speak to it that this is what I want you to do. Who are you, another man, to actually go and say that I'm using this against you and it will work against me? Because I have not given it permission. But this is the thing whereby we are saying that, oh, I trust you, God, but at the same time, you are like, do I, don't I? We are saying something with our mouths. Our mouth is saying a certain word, but our actions is undermining the very things that we are saying. So we are not seeing the manifestations of the answers that we want. Because either we are going ahead of God, or we actually say the very things that we want, we actually then use our very own mouths to break it all down. So we do not see it happening. We do not see it happening. And he says his clan is the weakest. You may be saying that where I come from, nah, it's not possible. Just coming abroad, even it's by the grace of God. This job that I've gotten is enough. Thank you, God. And so because of that, you are not striving for more. Because you are afraid. You've allowed fear to keep you captive. You have allowed disappointment, fear of disappointment, fear of failure, past traumas that you've been through to actually keep you captive. He said they are the weakest, and he himself. So now, it's not just about the whole clan being weak. Now, me myself, I'm the least. Why would he perceive himself as the least? I mean, what is causing us to see ourselves in the way that we see ourselves, in the negative light that we see ourselves? What is causing us to see ourselves in, or speak certain things about ourselves? What is causing us to do that? Now, the question I want you to ask yourself then is this. Honestly, I want you to ask yourself, do I love myself? I see some people nodding. Yet, some of us, we say we love ourselves, but when we go, we see something that we want. This thing. By the time you go through the whole buying list of what you want, you end up not buying the very first thing that you desired. You go for something else altogether, yet you are saying, yes, I love myself. Beloved, this is the thing that in Christendom that I have a problem with. Self-care is not selfishness. Loving yourself is not selfishness. The Lord is saying the answer is you. It starts with learning to love yourself. Asking yourself, why, the whys. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Be able to sit down and agree to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. It is necessary for you to actually go to the next level. If not, it's not going to happen. Some of us, we are ready to bury our head in the sand. If it's for 20 years, we'll still bury our head in the sand because we don't want to engage. Because it's painful. I promise you, it is very painful to have to ask yourself some questions. And in the end, you realize that it's past something happened in the past. Some interactions have informed the way I perceive things, has informed the way I speak, has informed the way I interact with people. But yet we are projecting what we are feeling onto others and actually saying that, oh, this is what the person is doing to me. But that's not the case. And today, I'm saying that the answer is you. So that means we need to go and work on ourselves. We need to go and spend time with ourselves. One of the things, the counseling courses that we do in our church, one of the first assignments you are given, oh my God, Mama Donko will tell you that, you know what, I want you, this is your assignment. When you go home, pardon me, take off all your clothes. I mean, strip yourself like the day you were born. Stand in front of the mirror. Look at yourself slowly from head to toe. Some of us, honestly, you will even be surprised when you look at yourself because there are certain parts of your body that you've not even seen ever. You are not even familiar with yourself. It causes you to feel so vulnerable. And then as you breathe in, clear your mind and actually feel what is going through your body. How does the blood flow through your body? How does the organs actually work with one another? And yet, the way you perceive yourself is nothing like what the Lord said in Genesis. Let us make man in our own image and likeness. Yet, the way you talk about yourself is nothing like it. The way you interact with people, it makes it seem as if God is not loving. 1 John 4, verse 7 and 8, he says that, beloved, let us love one another. For love is of God, and everyone that loves is born of God and knows God. He that does not love does not know that God is love. The thing is this, if you are saying that you are God, you belong to God, you are in the image and likeness of God, yet the way you perceive yourself does not reflect anything about God. Well, anywhere in the Bible, have you ever said that the Lord says that, oh, I'm the least and I'm the weakest? Yet we say that about ourselves. In our day-to-day interactions, we say certain things that by the end of it, you are you are actually like beating up your own soul before someone else comes to do it for you. And then you project that onto someone else. Now, the question is this. Do you love yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you love yourself? We always ask this question, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, hey, do I love myself? Now, in Luke 10:27, this is a man that asked a question. And this was the answer that he was given. He answered, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. So, as I said, the soul is made up of our thoughts, our will, our emotions. Now, if I love the Lord with my thoughts, I love the Lord with my emotions and my will, honestly, the way I think, it will tell me whether I love the Lord or not. The way I speak, it will tell me whether I love the Lord or not. The way I interact with people, it will tell me whether I love the Lord or not. But I think the most difficult bit of all that, most of the time we overlook and we even forget that is there. We always focus on this, love your neighbor. But the thing is this, if you do not love yourself, how are you going to love your neighbor? If you do not ask yourself, this is the bit that we forget, ask yourself. Love your neighbor, ask yourself. I always say this, do unto others as you want others to do unto you. Now, love your neighbor, ask yourself. That means that unless you love yourself, you will not be able to love your neighbor. And that stems from your love for God. So unless you spend time with him getting to know him, unless you spend time being quiet and just being in his presence, just dwelling, that loving yourself becomes a difficulty. So loving your neighbor becomes even worse because you will not. And when you open your mouth, the things you say, it does not reflect Christ. The interactions, the decisions you make, it does not reflect. Why? Because you have forgotten about yourself. And I want you to ask the Lord to open your eyes that you will see yourself as he sees you. And if there is anything within your soul that is a hindrance to you loving yourself, may the Lord open your eyes that you will see it. That you will know it. That he will give you the grace to work on it. Because the answer to everything that we are seeking is ourselves. And then unless I love myself, I'm definitely not loving you. Many of the issues that we are having in marriages, in relationships, it all stems from that. Loving yourself. Because unless you know how to love yourself, you cannot love someone else. You may say you do, but the way you act towards yourself, the way you act towards others, is the testament of whether you love yourself or not. And today, all I'm saying is this, learn to dwell. Allow yourself to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because the process is definitely uncomfortable. And when you do that, you will start to transform from the inside out. As we talk about self-evangelism, sometimes you don't have to speak to anyone. Just the way you interact with them, the way you react to what they say to you, evangelizes the God in you. May the Lord bless his word. Amen.